focus, and it's a little different going live from both. But I'm gonna give a little bit for everyone to kind of file in right here. Let's see. Bear with me here. I'm not sure why it's not letting me. Dave, it's not letting me add you to the thing for some reason. I can block you, but I can't I can't add you to the. How do I do that? Let's see. Not sure how to do it. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. I said I'm gonna try to be more consistent with these lives going forward. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on. These MacBooks are they're so weird. Like everything is so much more difficult than it should be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Greg Martinez, thanks for joining in on YouTube, man. Appreciate you joining in. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy Tuesday evening to join me on here. So we're just going to do just, a little run through of what's going on and things like that. But Mark Williams, thanks for jumping on here, man. Hope all is well. Fishing with Fredo. Oh, man, I know the feeling, man. I hope all is well. I hope Vicky's doing well as well, man. Excuse me, y'all. We are into Rex. Thanks for being here. Good evening. We are already into October, believe it or not. It is crazy how fast this year's went by. I am pretty ready for cool weather. Being able to get off the boat a little bit. It's funny because every year around the same time of year, I get kind of bored of the same thing over and over, and so I'm kind of tired of being in the boat. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love everything about fishing, crappie fishing, but I'm tired. I'm worn down with it, so I'm ready to be able to leave that boat at home, take the kayak, take just a bucket with some boots and go walk the banks, which we'll be doing that here pretty soon, you guys. Rico Rods, thanks for being here. It's going good, man. Hope all is well. Hope all is well for you too. But let's see. But yeah, I like I said, I'm gonna try to make this more consistent, especially as we get into creek season. Things are changing out there, you guys. What's going on, Noel? Thanks for being here, man. Things are changing out there in the crappie fishing area, man. These fish, I have been mostly on Ray Roberts lately. I have been on, I'm going to be on Grapevine tomorrow, and then I'm going to be, hopefully out at Grapevine a little bit more. I don't know. I'm going to get out there and just look around and see what I see. I've had a couple good reports come in, so I'm hoping that things are finally turning around out there, and if that's the case, then I'm going to be out there trying to run trips, so if not, I'll be at Ray Roberts. I don't foresee me being anywhere else. I might maybe go to Levon. I don't know. Benbrook's been pretty. It's okay, but man, the lake's getting so low. I just don't like having to dodge that many stumps. And so probably won't be out there. But anyway, I'm gonna probably be, Ray Roberts or Grapevine for the foreseeable future. We've got about a month. I'd say a solid month left of decent main lake fishing. That it's gonna start getting tough when we get to November. I'm already seeing signs of these fish moving around. I think I don't know if we've had a full turnover yet, but it's got to be getting close. The nights have been really cool. The days have been pretty warm, and so that usually it's got to be cool days and cool nights to get that lake to really turn over. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm really hoping to, get out and find some signs, find some, different fish in different places. I've been kind of tired of just fishing the same places. Like I said, grapevines. I've been really wanting to, get right, and it just has not. So hopefully, y'all bear with me here. But yeah, Tony Christensen, thanks for jumping in, man. Eating Ray Roberts crappie right now. LOL. There you go. There you go. So at Ray Roberts, I'll kind of go over what I'm seeing. There's fish on timber still. In my opinion, those fish are starting to leave that timber. I am seeing fish. When you find crappie in general right now, especially on Ray Roberts, when you find crappie, they are stacked up. Now not all of them are biting. It's kind of been, kind of wishy-washy on that. Some days they really, bite good. Some days they don't. We getting a lot of spam today. But so I'm hoping that, I can get out there, and when I find these fish, for me, I've been getting them to bite mostly with minnows. I've been using small Camo custom hand ties as well. That little blue jig did really good until we broke it off. But it, I really think in general, minnows are going to be the way to go, especially for trips. I just kind of I don't like to mess around with the fish too much, especially on trips. I just like to kind of get out there, drop on them, get them to bite, get them in the boat, and just kind of make the day, pretty fast. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. Grapevine tomorrow, when I'm out there, I'm not planning on bringing minnows. If I'm going by myself, I'm gonna jig. I can catch them jigging. It's definitely a little more work to get them to bite, but you can definitely catch them jigging. On Ray Roberts, I've been catching them on Corp Engineer brush piles, 20 to 30 foot roughly. Those fish are really, really, really suspended up right now, and I think that's because the lake's trying to turn over. And I think those fish kind of know, like, they kind of, I've noticed that over the years, when the lake turns over, they kind of get shallow and they kind of suspend really good. And so, like, I'm seeing fish suspended 6 foot down over 20 foot of water. It seems to me like that sweet zone has been that like 10 foot, but there's fish, all over the place. The timber fish have been kind of the same. They'll suspend down, 10 foot or so. Rico Rods, your lake breakdowns I purchased from you was amazing. Hit every other weekend and don't disappoint. You're the man. Thanks for what you do again. When work slows down, I'll be getting more. Awesome, man. Thanks so much for that, man. I really am glad to hear that you like it. You felt it was worth it. I know a lot of people kind of have mixed feelings about that. I really try to make that money worthwhile. I'm trying to get cut down on searching and things like that. So I'm really glad to hear that helped you out. What's going on, Television Pilot? Hope all's well, man. Abner Garcia, thanks for joining in. See, no, Joe. Thanks for being here, Joeski. Saw you're in the lake. Say you're in the lake when the turnover happens. Will the fish still bite? Yeah, Abner, the fish will still bite. What's going on, Byron from Facebook? The fish will still bite on a turnover. It's just like everything. Those fish have to bite, whether it's high pressure, things like that. Those fish have to bite. They have to eat to survive, and I think a lot of it is just trying to adjust to them. So for me, when I'm looking, when the lake's turning over, I will try to get as shallow as I can. And the reason for that is when the lake turns over, typically that shallow water it's not as drastic of a turn. So, you know, if you're in 25, 30 foot of water, that turnover is going to be a lot, you know, a lot more because there's a lot cooler and a lot warmer water. That's gonna, you know, it's almost like it's a lot like the atmosphere. You know, the higher up you go, the cooler it is, and so, you know, naturally, the higher up elevation you are, the less of a change there is, and so I think that, you know, plays a role in those fish getting shallow and staying shallow. I won't change up a lot, other than just, you know, getting a little shallower. I mean, that's really what I would do. Javier, thanks for joining in, man. I think it's a little early for them. It won't be long if we can get some cool weather consistently. I think it'll definitely help. But we're still decent amount of ways from it. But it is coming though for sure. Larry, thanks for joining in. I appreciate that, Rico. Albert, hi Saul, thanks for joining in. Hello, kid. How is it going for you and the family? It's going great, man. Thanks so much for asking. I hope all is well with you. How you been doing, man? Ty, thanks for joining in on Facebook. What's the water temps look like lately, man? For me, it's been I've seen the upper 70s to low 80s. I think the last time I'm trying to think. Sunday when I was at Ray Roberts, I think it was right around 80, if I remember right. And I think that that's kind of been the main. You know, obviously in the morning it's a little cooler. It might be 77, 78, but different times of the day it might be a little warmer. It's still getting pretty toasty in the afternoons. I mean, it's still getting like 90 degrees. Those mornings are in the low 60s, and the air's dry, which really helps. Light winds kind of helps it, you know, feel a little bit hotter too. But and let's see, make sure that's nothing. But yeah, so Ray Roberts, I've been, you know, fishing those deep brush piles. I've been also fishing some non Corps of Engineer brush piles. Two of them that I do include in the Ray Roberts breakdown if y'all are interested. You know, if y'all are interested in a lake breakdown, I offer those for Ray Roberts, Levon, um, Louisville, Joe Pool, Cedar Creek, and Texoma. So, you know, if you're interested in that, just shoot me an email or shoot me a message. It's 150 or 100 depending on which one you want, and just kind of shortcuts everything. I kind of go over area there's brush piles in, and I give waypoints to a lot of just natural locations that hold crappie. So. But yeah, like I fished a couple of those off the you know court pile list piles, and those have been pretty good. There's actually a brush pile out there that has had better fish on it, more so than the other ones, and I I've been really really happy with what I've seen from that brush pile. So hopefully there's more of that to come. So. Television pile, Byron. I'm gonna try to leave work tomorrow 1:30 or 2. There you go, man. Just enough time. Just enough time. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the daylight, the length of day is getting really shorter. I can tell it. Like right now, the sun's down and it's 7:16. Like the days are changing really fast. The days are getting shorter, and before long, it's gonna be getting dark at 5 o'clock. Television pilot, I'm ready for the afternoons to start feeling like the mornings. I know that's right. I know that's right. And we are just loaded up with we're just loaded up with spam today. That's all you need, Byron. That's all you need. 3 hours, man. That's for sure. I feel like I missed something. There you go. Waiting for your daughter to come get them. That's funny. That's funny, man. I know the feeling, buddy. That's for sure. Let's see. But yeah, Grapevine tomorrow. I'm gonna go check some brush piles, maybe check some ledges and things like that, and I'm gonna kind of just see what I can find. I really don't know what to expect. I know last time I was out there it's pretty tough, but it's got to get right eventually. I mean, those fish are there somewhere. I really think the thermocline just hadn't set up enough out there, and it probably won't set in real hard. And I think that's why those fish are they're kind of more roamy. That's one thing too, you guys, is I fish differently than a lot of people. I don't fish tournaments. Um, I don't fish tournaments, and I really dislike guiding. Individual fish, things like that. I really, really, really like to get both of my guys. I do, or or gals, or whoever is in the boat. I like to get both of them up front, both of them fishing at all times. I don't like to have anybody sitting in the back waiting to take a turn, take a drop on a fish. I just kind of like to have both up front, just fishing, catching. That's just kind of my style. I've always been kind of a numbers guy myself, and so I don't want to go out there and try and target roaming fish and things like that for trips. And honestly, I don't have a lot of. I would like to learn it, but it's not anything that I would like to guide on, as far as the open water fish and things like that. I feel like this year I've taken a big leap on the timber fishing. I feel like I understand a lot more of it now than I did, and I feel a lot more confident with that than I did before. And a lot of that comes with my setup on my boat. I'm having that Ultrex now. Man, I can really run through some timber and see fish on them a lot better than I could with that power drive. Byron, I've been on a pretty good bite on a couple bridges on 2 lakes. I've been hitting hard, catching most fish 10 to 12 foot down, cover a lot of water until you find active fish. Yep, that's right. That's right, man. Yeah, bridges are going to be good this time of year too. Bridges are just good natural transition areas. So as fish are coming out of the arm or coming out of the main lake, kind of going up the arms a little bit, they just naturally stop at bridges. Albert laid up in the hospital right now, pneumonia, but looking to get back. Oh no, Albert, sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you're not down too long, buddy. Man, that's tough. We'll be thinking about you, man. And fish will be waiting for sure. Jesse, thanks for tuning in from Facebook. Where do you buy your minnows? Do you buy large or small for Ray Roberts? Jesse, man, so for me, I get my minnows from, I'm trying to think of what I think it's the Sportsman's Shell right there on the corner of 455 and Sanger. I don't know what that other cross street is, right before the high school, right there. That's where I get my minnows from, and I get small. I like small minnows in general. If I can, I always prefer to get small minnows. And that's just, I don't use a real big hook, and I feel like a small minnow, small hook, you'll be able to hook up a little bit. You'll be able to hook up a little bit more often with the fish versus, with the bigger hook, bigger minnow. They kind of have to mess with it a little bit and kind of get it in their mouth a little bit. So it takes it a little bit longer for them to grab it. Yeah, wishing you a speedy recovery, Albert. For sure, man. But for Ray Roberts, that's just kind of how, and honestly, like, you'll get more minnows. Like, a lot of times I buy a pound or half a pound of minnows, depending on if I can get them that way. And you're always going to get, more minnows if you get small minnows. And so that's kind of a thought that I've always had too. Rico Roz, you ever try small goldfish? Some bait shops have them. I have not, but I know they work. There's Rosy Reds that I see people buy a lot, and those work good too, especially in muddy water. But I personally haven't tried it, but I know they work. Yeah, Byron, man, Little Elm Bridge on Louisville probably has some fish. Man, I don't know. I don't like Louisville lately. Yeah, I definitely think it's got some fish, like Fredo said. I don't like Louisville that much anymore. I'll be honest. It's just not the same fishery that it used to be, and so I don't like it anymore. But I know there should be a few on that bridge. I don't know how many, and probably not as many as some of those other places you're hitting, Byron, but there definitely probably be a few. Randy Duke, thanks for joining in from Facebook. Glad you've been doing pretty good late. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a while for sure, but we're finally getting things dialed in a little bit. So you guys, I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all. The trips have slowed down for me this time of year. It seems like it varies obviously from the last 2 years, but this year it started a little earlier where I just don't have a lot of trips, you know, and I get it. A lot of kids are back in school, things like that. But if y'all are interested in getting out on a trip, I also have a drawing going on my Facebook page. So if y'all are interested, it's just $50 entry. You can go in there and pick a number. I have all the information on there about that. I have it pinned to the top of the page. And if I can get enough entries, then I'll draw for those. Just another way to try to cut costs down. I really wish I could drop prices down even more, but it's not realistic. I'm trying really hard this year to keep things the same, and I don't want to have to change up prices and this and that. So yeah, television probably right now is when they start getting on it. Hot, bam bam, hot, bam, it's bam bam one. I think that I can't see anymore. Best color for stained brown water. Love your content, by the way. Thanks so much for watching and everything, man. For stained water, brown water, I like white. I like solid white, and I think that's kind of against the grain, but I've always done really good with white for some reason. In that muddy water, and I use that a lot in the spring with the creeks. That cookies and cream jig I was using a lot. That seemed to do pretty good. That reminds me too. So I'm not going to be selling plastics this year. Or at least I don't plan to right now. I just do not have time to keep up with that. It's a lot it's a lot of time that I just don't have with my boys. You bet, man, you bet. Larry Hobbs, man, how can I get one of those B&M banners? Man, I'm not sure, honestly. So they sent it to me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you could. They are. They are. The bots are working extra hard today. I'm not sure if they. I don't know if they have that listed on their website or not. To be completely honest with you, Larry, I know they sent it to me. I wanted something for the live streams, and so they were gracious enough to send me it. But yeah, if y'all are interested in some rods, y'all check out B&M. I mean, just great stuff. I've been buying rods before I ever started working with them from them, and I really like their products. They been a long time supporter of me. Flopbox, trying to think, Power Queen, Camo's Custom Hand Ties. I've been using a lot of his jigs lately, and Shut Up and Fish, David Goodson. Y'all be sure to check them out. Support those companies that support me. I really would appreciate that. Jesse from Facebook, just got a Garmin Striker Plus 4. Do you know if I can use your lake breakdowns on it? I believe you can, Jesse. I think a lot of the waypoints that I have are in the Garmin format. So I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why they wouldn't work with that. You bet, Larry. Travis Salters, thanks for joining in, man. Have you fished Ray Hubbard lately? Man, I have not been to Ray Hubbard. Since I moved to Fort Worth, I just do not get out that way very much. If I go that way, I'm usually going to Lavon because I don't have to go straight through Dallas. And so I kind of avoided Ray Hubbard. I was out there probably, when was that, May? Maybe June, I don't remember exactly when, but we went out there and caught some fish, dock shooting out there, and caught some fish on timber and brush piles. It was pretty, it wasn't super fast action, but caught some good fish. I do remember that, but that was probably the last time I've been out there, man. It's been, since I moved out here to Fort Worth, I don't get that way very often. Larry Hobbs, you know that B&M used to sell brooms and mops. You have an interesting story on how they got into selling crappie poles. Yes, man, I do know that. That's what the B&M is brooms and mops. It's pretty funny how, things can evolve and change into something like that. And they really went from, one end of the spectrum to the other and did it super well. Randy, got to run, go do stuff. Have a great rest of the week fishing. Thanks, Randy. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit, man. Hope you have a great rest of your week. But yeah, so if y'all are interested in that, you know, super chats, things like that, go tremendously far, especially this time of year, and they're always super appreciated. I also have let's see, why is this gonna let me? Yeah, this is not gonna let me do anything on here, but I also have so I on the Facebook page I have my Cash App and things like that. If you're interested in sending donations, anything like that, y'all know me. I'm not on here to beg for anything like that. But if y'all are interested, you know, definitely check that out. Jeff, oh man, that reminds me. Man, I totally forgot to message you back, man. Um, I'll man, I totally forgot. I'll look into that a little bit and get back with you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I hope all is well up that way, Jeff. Man, I completely forgot about it. It gets hectic at my house for sure. But let's see. Appreciate it, Jeff. Appreciate it, Jeff. Trying to think if I've forgotten anything. Again, guide trips. If y'all are interested, I have a lot of openings. So I'm you know, if you're interested, just shoot me a message or email me. I'll definitely try my best to get you out pretty quick. We are going to be winding down the main lake guiding season. I'm really wanting to try to do things differently this winter. I'm going to try to offer, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 trips to like maybe Lake Fork or maybe Lake Palestine, something like that in the winter. Lakes that fish better. If I can't get on a bite over here, so I'm going to try to offer that. I'm going to try to offer that this winter, and so I'm going to just see how that goes. Might do nothing, but I'm going to try that at least. I mean, I'm going to try to make it to where it's a drawing as well, and so that way you don't have to spend $500 on a trip. You know, my costs go up tremendously if I go out there, and so I don't want to pass that down to y'all. Yeah, Cedar Creek will be good in the winter, Byron, for sure. Larry Hobbs, you got a website? Man, I don't have one right now. I had one, and the guy I had that was taking care of it just kind of let it go, and I'm gonna eventually get one back up and running. I just have not done it. I'll be honest, I've kind of procrastinated with it. I've been just doing a lot of it the old school way. But yeah, if you're interested in a guide trip or anything like that, you know, just shoot me a message, shoot me an email, and just give me a little bit of time. I try to check that stuff super often, even if you know you're wanting to break down things like that. I try to check it often, but just know that I have a lot going on at home with 2 little boys running around. So I try my best to get to it quick, but there's times when I'm just too busy to even look. So just kind of bear that in mind. And I'll definitely try to get back as quick as I can. So, trying to think. Anything else that I got? I can't think of anything else that I need to talk about. But so the fish have been really stacking up, and I've seen this in the past few years, especially September, which you know it's October 1st, or basically still September. But a lot of those fish really, really, really stack up right before they start leaving stuff. And thanks, babe. My wife put my email in there to contact me. It's not letting me do anything on the YouTube side. Yeah, there you go, Robert. PK for the winner. There you go. I need to get out that way. Robert, what's up, kid? Got a spot for the drawing? Yes, I do. I still have lots of spots, honestly. So I have that pinned to the top of the page, all the information on there. I'll be honest, I mean, it hasn't gotten a lot of traction yet, but I'm gonna just run with it for a while and see what happens, and then kind of go from there. But you can also got some jigs you can win on there too. Oh, you already did? Oh man. Let me see. I have to look. What number do you want? I think there's only I think 14 is taken if I remember right. I think 14. I think one through I think I did 1 through 21, and outside of that 14, I think everything else is open. Nine, got you down, man. Got you down. I'll update that as soon as I get off here. Appreciate that, Robert. I really do, man. Uh, Kingfisher, hey kid, I want to go on a trip with you. When are you available, man? I have a lot of availability during the week. Weekends are kind of a little more tough, but I mean, if you want to go during the week, I can definitely get you out pretty quick. Maybe even next week. Me too, Robert. Me too, man. I'm gonna get out there and find them for us tomorrow for sure. I can't wait. It's been a few days since I've been on the water. I think Sunday was the last day I was on the water, so but I was not on Grapevine, so yep, 14 is taken, so 9 is good. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get out there myself, man. So yeah, Kingfisher, if you just reach out to me. It depends on what day of the week you want. That's kind of the biggest obstacle is just, not everyone can go during the week, but that's when I have the most availability. And so, yeah, just let me know. On the weekend, okay, so I got, I think the 19th. I think the no, is it the 19th? It might be the 18th. I think the 18th of October I'm gonna have open, and then I think the last weekend of October I have open right now. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I have. But as well too, if y'all can, I'm really trying to promote this Facebook page. Really trying to. Yeah, yeah, Robert. I definitely am working on it, man. I'm gonna see. That would be great if I can offer that at some point, and I'm trying to get that. Nice, man. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I had a thing with a dealership that they knocked a little bit off of that, but man, they just never had them in stock, and that was kind of an issue. So it was hard for me to send people there when I'd send people there and they wouldn't have any rods, and that just made it tough. But Travis, would you do a guide on Levon in the wintertime? Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Levon in the winter. I mean, I definitely think I could do that. Let's see. I'm really, I don't know, you guys. I'm trying to think of things outside the box. Try different ways of doing this. And the Facebook is one of those. Just recently, just was able to start earning a little bit of money off of Facebook, and I'm just kind of excited about that, especially going into the Winter Creek season. That's when a lot of the social media stuff, YouTube and Facebook, all that stuff really does good for me is in the winter, and so I'm hoping it just kind of snowballs from there. Yeah, Kingfisher. Yeah, sounds good. Just shoot me an email or a message, man, and I'll get all the details ironed out. Appreciate it. But I'm really trying to promote that, grow that. I'm gonna also do some guided white bass trips in the spring. I don't think I'm gonna do a lot of them. Maybe one, maybe two a week. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna try to do that a little bit here and there. I think I did one or two trips in the winter, in the last spring doing that. I have to be kind of selective about that because it's not easy fishing. We have to pick the right day. I need a little bit of flexibility with that. If it rains 3 inches the night before we go out there, it's not going to be safe and it's not going to be productive. And so I kind of have to you know roll the dice with that. But I definitely plan on trying to get some of those in this spring. And yeah, I'm just excited, you guys. I have been working so hard. It is just really nice to see a little bit of growth on Facebook, and then the continued growth on YouTube. I'm doing things kind of my own way. I'm kind of doing them the hard way, and that's fine. And I'm just really excited to see the growth. So I can't wait to see what the future holds for that. So if y'all know anyone that likes this type of content, and you know, maybe suggest it to them if y'all could, or the YouTube channel, things like that. Richard, hey, I'm 54 years old. Is it too late for me to enjoy it fishing? No, man, Richard, no, no, no. It's never too late, man. It's really not. I was fortunate, and I got into this sport when I was really, really young, and that's kind of where the name, my nickname came from. I was just a little kid out there running around chasing these fish, and so I was kind of fortunate in that, but it's never too late. It's really not. That's the one thing I like about this sport is everyone can kind of do it, all different ages, um, men, women, children. I mean, the sport's for everyone. It really is. There's not one person that it's not for. There's so many ways to do it. You know, it it's one of those things that it's just accessible to everyone, and I think that's kind of why it's always appealed to me. And I really think it brings a lot of people together too. It's just a good thing. You get some, if you go out and crappie fish or catch some crappie, you got some good food when you get home to make too. I think it's just good for you. I really do. I know as long as I'm still here, I plan to be fishing at 54. Travis, how's the bite been? Louisville, Hickory Creek been the last couple winters, man. So it's been all right. I did run a few trips. In there this last winter. They were pretty good. It's not like it used to be. I'll be honest, it's not like it used to be. But there are good fish in there. It just seems like they're kind of, instead of going somewhere and catching 30 off of a corner of a bend, you might go in there and catch one or two. But there's good fish in there for sure. I will be back in there at some point this winter, and that's one of the places that I'm going to try to, if I can, run trips in there. Every year is so different. The water levels, just sometimes the fish get in there really good, sometimes they just don't. Sometimes it rains too much. There's so many variables with that creek stuff, and that's why I really like to just kind of just play it how it goes, and just see how the conditions shape up when that time comes, and then from there, just kind of go from there. If there's good fish in there, I'll definitely try to run some trips in there. Robert, you don't look back. Doing a great job. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that, Robert. Kent, thanks for being here. Hey, pal, keep rocking and doing you. Appreciate that, Kent. Appreciate that. Hope all is well, man. Trying to see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Have y'all ever had that feeling where you feel like you're forgetting something? And then I won't remember it, and then when I get off here, I'll remember it. But yeah, so I want to be out scouting the next couple of days probably, and then I have a trip with Robert Saturday. Looking forward to that, and then I don't really have a lot going on after that until the week after. So if I'm not guiding or scouting, I'm going to be trying to put content out for y'all. So Kingfisher, my wife put my email in there. Just my email, my Gmail. It's up a little bit, or you can just shoot me a message on Facebook. Chad, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. It's been a while since I've seen you on here, buddy. Hope all is well. Hope all is well, man. Hope them fish are biting out your ways. Did y'all get a lot of rain from that hurricane, or was it? I don't know if it might have been a little bit too far east of y'all for y'all to get any of it. Rico Rods, when's the drawing for the $50 pig? Honestly, man, whenever. I'm gonna try to. I don't have like a set time. I'm gonna see if I can fill up spots. If I can at least fill up one spot, I'll which I think is like 10 spots. If I can fill that up, then I'll do a drawing for that. I'm not gonna wait until all of them are full. If they get full, I'm just gonna kind of do it trip by trip. So if I have enough for a trip, then I'll draw for a trip. If that makes sense. And then, so what I do for those is depending on how long that takes. I did this last year too, and some of the trips, I ran the trips in the summer because the bite was better. But if somehow I get out there and did I hide your comment? Sorry about that, Chad. Um, if I can get on a good bite somewhere, then I will. We can definitely do that in the winter too. I mean, I don't mind when we do it. I just want to make sure it's a good trip, make sure it's productive. But I'll be in touch with all that, and then like I said, there's you can win jigs on there too. So even if you don't win a trip, you can get a bunch of jigs, and I'll ship them to your door for you as well. So, Chad, I'm gonna get me a hat that says "I suck at fishing." Man, I feel the same, man. Sometimes I feel like, what am I doing out here? I can't catch nothing. I can't catch a cold. It's funny how some days are like that. Chad, we got some, nothing like we thought. Six Flags and Atlanta's underwater. It missed us by about 150 miles. The bad part. Oh man, I'm glad it missed y'all. I've been seeing a lot of the videos and stuff on the news, man. It looks like it was pretty tough out that way. Zach, thanks for being here. What I miss? Just the usual, man. Just chit chatting and talking about crappie. Atlanta. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah, Atlanta seemed like it got hammered. I saw some of the freeways over there were completely underwater. Excuse me. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of start winding it down, y'all. I've kind of went over everything I can think of. I don't want to keep everyone on here too long. I just want to kind of touch base and chat with everyone, see how everyone's doing this week. And next week, I'm going to try to do the same thing, same time. Tuesday, I'm going to try to make this a Tuesday night 7 o'clock thing. And that's kind of my goal. I'm going to try to keep this going as consistently as possible. I'm going to throw in I'll probably do some giveaways here too, just randomly, just kind of whenever. But I'm not going to do them every single live. I'm not going to be able to do that. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be out a lot the next couple days just scouting, so I'm going to try my best to put a bunch of content out for y'all, and so y'all can look out for that. Sure would appreciate it. And thanks so much for taking time out of your busy Tuesday evening to jump on here and join me. I know I've been super inconsistent with these over the summer, but I think this is the third one in a row. Oh, thanks, Rico. Spot 17, awesome. Got you down, man. Got you down. Appreciate that. I will go update that after this. And like I said, as soon as I get spots filled up on that, I'll go ahead and draw a trip. I'm not gonna wait. So yeah, appreciate that, Rico. Appreciate that, man. So yeah, I'll go update that, and I'll see y'all next week. If y'all have any questions or anything, just let me know. Chad, man, fishing has been hit or miss pretty much. Yeah, it's gotten a little. I mean, I'd say it's consistent. The thing that's been tough lately is the weather's been kind of more touchy. I had to reschedule 2 trips last week just because one, it was raining and lightning, and then the other one, it was just too windy. It was too windy for Ray Roberts. That's one thing with me is I'm gonna do everything in my power to run the trip, but I also want it to be comfortable and want it to be enjoyable. And yeah. So also what I do with these drawings too. So if you enter the drawing, and let's say you don't win any jigs or you don't win a trip, that $50 that you sent in, I'll take that off of a guide trip if you want to go on a guide trip. So I'll basically use that money toward a guide trip if you're interested. Robert, I still want to go on a trip in the creek this winter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna try my best to get on that for sure. I'll be in touch, man, and we'll get out there. I'm sure it'll line up. It'll definitely line up at some point. Zach, see you around, brother. Looking forward to the fall trip. Me too, man. Me too. Have a good time scouting around. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off here. Go ahead and update this drawing on the Facebook page, and I really appreciate everyone taking time to join. Thanks for all the support, you guys. Thanks for the likes, the shares, the comments, just the views, just keeping up with me. That really helps me out tremendously, and I'm super grateful. So thanks so much. We will catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. I want to have some videos. You're good, Fredo. You're good, man. Trust me. I know, man. I'm gonna try my best to put some videos out at the end of this week, and then, like I said, I'll be out on the water on Saturday. And so that's kind of the goal for this week. So y'all stay tuned for videos and post on Facebook. And I'm gonna be out on the water, trying to find these fish, trying to stay on these fish for y'all. Oh man, Fredo, it's all good, man. It's all good. Thanks, Robert. Thanks for being here, and I'll be in touch tomorrow, man. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Thanks, Jeff. I'll reach out to you too, man. I'm sorry I forgot, man. I just completely lost track of that. But I'll get with you, Jeff. All right. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all in the next one. And um, y'all be safe and have a great rest of your week. We'll see you later.